My name is Andrew Hermann. I'm President-elect of the National American Society of Civil Engineers, and I thank you for your invitation to come out and be with you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate Ziad bringing me around to several universities yesterday and also giving me a tour of Southern California. You really live in a nice place. Do you know what snow is? Right now I'm in Pittsburgh. I think we had record snow last year. The first thing I'd like to do is echo what Ziad said a little bit earlier. He took away some of the things I wanted to say, so I'm just going to repeat them. Thank you to all the volunteers in this room, and also the ones that couldn't make it tonight. It's just amazing, especially to see the past presidents stand up. That's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of time, and as Ziad also said, thank you to the families. It's a volunteer organization, and it's something that is doing good things. And it's also promoting the profession and protecting the public welfare. So thank you to all of you. Right now, we'd like to install the new officers. So if Ziad, could you come up? Past President Catherine, Vice President Joshua, Treasurer Tapas, and Secretary Penny. Please come up to the podium. They've expressed confidence in you that you will be able to discharge your various duties with effectiveness and distinction. As officers of the Orange County branch of the Los Angeles section of the American Society of Civil Engineers, you will represent your membership to the citizens of this geographic area. As a civil engineer, you have dedicated your professional and technical knowledge to the advancement and betterment of society. You have pledged to do your best to participate at the highest ethical standards of professional engineering conduct and to serve the public above all other considerations. And so, do you pledge to uphold the governing documents of the American Society of Civil Engineers and those of this branch? And do you, in the presence of your fellow members, pledge yourself faithfully to discharge the duties of the office to which you've been elected to the best of your ability? If so, answer, I will.
I will.
As the delegated representative of the President and the Board of Direction of the American Society of Civil Engineers, I now declare each of you officially installed into the office in which you were elected. My congratulations and best wishes to all of you. What's it?
I actually have one duty I have as past president. In the Orange County branch, we actually have a tradition. Instead of handing off the gavel, we hand off this 40-pound president's monument. So I don't know if I could carry it, but I will try to pass it on.
Thank you. I've been invited to talk a little bit about some initiatives that ASCE is undertaking. Actually, we've been working on them for a while, but we'd like to reinforce them right now. So, first part, civil engineering, where are we headed? I enjoy Dilbert, so I'm using this cartoon to sort of make a point. You can see in the first slide, Dilbert saying, I got the latest numbers from Yvonne. His coworker says, oh, how's Yvonne doing with her sextuplets after her house burned down? And she had shoulder surgery. And Dilbert, ever the engineer, says, it didn't come up. Well, being focused on things is a valuable trait. And it's very good for engineers because it gets us and allows us to be able to solve problems. But sometimes we're a little too focused. We really have to be aware of what's going on around us. Several years ago, American Society of Civil Engineers was aware of what were going around, but we actually wanted to see what was going on in the future. So we put together a group of people to look at the profession in the future. for civil engineering. They gathered a group of people, engineers from all different walks, from different ages, different disciplines, to Lansdowne, Virginia in June of 2006, and went to look at the future of civil engineering. And they came up with a vision. It sets an aspirational target for a new global state of affairs. It sets the role of civil engineers in the economy of the future, where civil engineers are entrusted leaders and innovative thinkers. They came out with a vision, and I'm going to read this carefully because the words were chosen carefully and in a certain order. Entrusted by society to create a sustainable world and enhance the global quality of life, civil engineers serve competently, collaboratively, and ethically as master planners, designers, environmental stewards, innovators, risk managers, and leaders in shaping public policy. The vision for 2025 for civil engineering professes a new role for our profession. It's an ambitious goal to guide civil engineers around the globe to a new level of problem-solving, leadership, and recognize professionalism. But how do we get there? ASCE put together a group and came up with another publication, Achieving the Vision for Civil Engineering in 2025. It's a roadmap. And in that roadmap, we strive to look at those 5 areas that we talked about a little bit earlier in the vision. And to achieve that, ASCE has set some strategic initiatives. And we're going to talk about 3 of them tonight. They're competency, sustainability, and infrastructure. Now, we could spend quite some time on each one of these, but we're going to touch on each one of them and talk a little bit about them. And hopefully you'll have enough that if you have questions, you can either talk to me or actually talk to ASCE. We have a number of experts in each of these. So let's go to the first initiative, competency. Competency, or raising the bar on engineering education. It also includes continuing or lifelong learning and specialty licensure. Things like areas where we need, say, structural engineering, where we need an additional license. So let's take a look at where we stand. Today's engineering graduates have taken 20 fewer credits than their 1920 counterpart, and 18 fewer credits of engineering topic. So while the complexity of engineering and the engineering project is increasing, our formal education is actually decreasing. Let's take a look at a graph. Engineers like graphs. You can see engineering back in the early part of the 1900s, 4-year education. Some of the other professions, medicine and law, actually started at less, but quickly ramped up to 7 and 8 years of education. Pharmacy, architecture, accounting started out at lower levels and then moved up to 5 and 6 years. But engineering has stayed at 4 years. From the National Academy of Engineering, it is evident that the exploding body of science and engineering knowledge cannot be accommodated within the context of the traditional 4-year baccalaureate degree. So ASCE has proposed what we call raising the bar. What that is after the baccalaureate degree, an engineer would get either a master's or 30 additional credits, plus their experience before they take the exam for the professional license. Now that 30 credits, what that can entail is additional credits in your technical specialty, and also credits in communication, so that you're able to talk about that technical specialty to technical, non-technical people, the public, and political leaders. Where we are right now is NCEES has incorporated this into their model law. And the goal is to adopt this in all the 56 licensing jurisdictions across the United States. The second initiative we're talking about tonight is the Sustainability Initiative. What we wanted to do was define sustainability from the civil engineering perspective, adopt consistency in policies and actions, and that also includes walking the walk with ASCE. We have a headquarters in Western Virginia. It was built 30, 40 years ago. We're actually looking to get that LEED certified. We want to make an investment in that building so that we can actually walk the walk.